Baruch atah asherah anat malacha ha'olam asher kiddushanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hitativ l'tzitzit. I am comfortable. Are you comfortable? Good morning. I'm doing great, James. How are you? Good morning. Morning, Adam. Okay. What oil is that? It's lamp oil. Lamp oil. Good morning. Hey, Jesse. Good morning. Tilly. Thank you. I'm pleased with this outfit. Yeah, I've never, don't really wear corsets, but my friend gave this to me and it's really nice. I am using it. Lamp oil right here. Good morning. I'm doing great. So we're going to do some morning prayers today. And then after prayers, we will move on to my Discord server and we'll have breakfast together. How does that sound? I don't drink very much alcohol, no. No, I don't. Alright, so to start, we're gonna do a little bit of a vocal warm-up. You can start to pay attention to your pelvis and how that connects to your spine, how your spine connects to your shoulders and neck. Oh gosh, hold on one second. This is an important text message. I was supposed to give a talk at the university this morning, right now, and the professor is rescheduled on me, or actually I was just incorrect about the time that it was. What does she say? She says that it is at 5:40 tonight? No. Anyway. I will let her handle that, and we can meditate together. We can pray together. That's what we're here to do right now. 6:40. All right. So I have to be home by 6:40. I have to be home by 6:40 today. I've got to go to school. I have to leave here at 11:30 to go to school. And I've got to teach a mycology class, and then I've got to be back here at 6:40 to teach another class. Gosh. Who do I pray to? That's the question. We're going to say some prayers about Yahweh. I wouldn't say they're to Yahweh. They're about him. They're an attempt to get to know this character of God. Good morning. Good morning. So, we're going to warm up our voices. Take a deep breath in and exhale with a tone. Thanks, Kate. I appreciate that. Now we're going to go a little bit higher. Take a deep breath in and then exhale with a slightly higher tone, as long as you can. That one was a little hard. Didn't quite hit the note at first. A little bit wavery, but that's why we warm up, right? That is why we warm up. And now we will go even higher. Ready? Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Shema Yisrael Yahweh Eloheinu Asher Echad. Listen, Israel, Yahweh Eloheinu Asher Echad. Are one. Are one. All is one, like a serpent eating its tail. Welcome, everyone. Be kind or you'll be muted. Enjoy today's prayers and songs. Thank you, Kim. What a helpful comment. Yahweh Echad, all is one. What does it mean for Yahweh to be one? It means a lot of different things at different times. At one point it meant Yahweh's the only king on the mountain that you should be worshipping. Don't worship any of those other kings on those other mountains. Are you a girl or a boy or both? Yes, I am. Good morning. Good morning. What does it mean, Yahweh Echad? It's hard to say. But we don't actually have to come up with a definitive answer. We can just read on, and the text will guide us a little bit on what to do with these words. We read on in the book of Yahafta, in the Hebrew language, we will read the following words. Ve'ahavta et anat Elohecha uv'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odeyecha v'chayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher nochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'vitecha v'lechtecha havadech uv'shachbecha uv'kumeyecha u'kshartam le'ohut al yadeyecha v'chayu letotafot b'neineyecha וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ואהבת את יהוה אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. What does it mean? What does it mean? Yes, I have a job. My job is to tell you the meaning of these words that are in Hebrew. Yes, they are in Hebrew. And you shall love Yahweh Eloheinu with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words that I am speaking to you today, these very words, you are to teach them to your children. And you shall recite them when you rise up, and when you go to bed. And you shall say them when you are out on the road, and when you are in your home. And you shall bind them as a symbol on your hand, and let them serve as a sign on your forehead. And you shall mark them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Repeat me, repeat me, repeat me. I am not following any particular branch of Judaism. I was bar mitzvahed in a conservative synagogue. And my grandparents were Orthodox. but I haven't been to synagogue in quite a long time, and I wouldn't say I follow any particular denomination. I try to derive as much as I can from the Old Testament itself, from the Torah. So we are quoting directly from the Torah today. And earlier texts, pre-Israeli monarchy texts, Canaanitic polytheism. We will hear a little bit today about Asherah and about Yahweh, two Canaanitic deities that were worshipped before monotheism and patriarchy took over the Israeli state, or became the Israeli state. What is Judaism anyway? It's hard to say. But if we go to the original text, if we go to the V'ahavta says something very interesting. It's like a serpent that eats its tail, right? This image is a symbolization of the meaning of the text, right? The meaning of the text is copy me. The text contains itself, if you will. The text says copy me, and so I copy it, I speak it to you every morning, and through this act of sound creation, in this room and in your room, separated by how many thousands of miles, I don't know, that act of sound creation is the prayer alive, right? And this is the prayer's genome, if you will. It contains itself. And I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's witchcraft. It's absolutely witchcraft, without a doubt. So, we can continue on in the book of Deuteronomy and see what comes next. Yes, and what comes next implies support of Palestine. I believe that is my interpretation. Let's read on. V'chaya, ki v'chaya v'elohecha el ha'aretz asher nisbai lavotecha le'avram yitzchak u'Yaakov לתת לך עברים גדולות וטובות אשר לא בנית, ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר לא מילאת, וברות עצובים אשר לא הסדת, כערים וזיתים אשר לא נטעת, והלכת ושבת. הישמר לך פן תשכח את יהוה אשר תשכחה, מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. Bondage. Avadim. Bondage. When Yahweh Eloheinu brings you into the land that he swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to assign to you, great and flourishing cities that you did not build, houses full of all good things that you did not fill, hewn cisterns that you did not hew, vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant, and you eat your fill. Take heed that you do not forget Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. Amen. Yes. So what do these words mean? Well, they say, don't forget that you live on stolen land. Right? That's the Cliff Notes version. Don't forget that you live on stolen land. Whose land do you live on? You let me know in the comments. Please do. It's very important. I live on Untitled land. Right? And the house that I live in, I did not build. And I drink from water from a cistern that I did not hew. And I eat from vineyards that I did not plant. All of these things are simply true. They're true. And I've been to places in Israel and Palestine where they are also true. Because all land is stolen land. Your land you bought. Oh, yes, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you bought it rightfully. And I'm sure the person you bought it from also bought it rightfully. And the person that they bought it from also bought it rightfully. But at some point, if we reach back far into history, we will find that the land was not purchased rightfully. In fact, it was stolen from people who came before. That's a good thing to remember, because one day we might return there. You're a Cherokee living on Algonquin land. Well, of course you would know. Yeah. Everywhere in the world's like that. It's a good thing to remember. That's what capitalism is, indeed. Hello from Ireland. Hello from Ireland. So, we're doing morning prayers. And who stole Palestine land? Why, the Zionists, most recently. And before the Zionists, the British. And before the British, the Ottomans. And before the Ottomans, Muhammad. And before Muhammad, the Romans. And before the Romans, the Greeks. And before the Greeks, the Persians. And before the Persians, the Babylonians. Why don't I sing you a song about the time that the Babylonians stole the land? The first time. It wasn't the first time the land was stolen. Before the Babylonians, it was the Israelites. Again! For the first time. But it wasn't the first time then either. Before the Israelites, it was the Canaanites. And before the Canaanites, it was the Egyptians. And before the Egyptians, oh, who knows? That was prehistory. The land was stolen many, many, many times. Many times. A long line of thievery, basically. Yes. A very long line of thievery. I haven't even explored half of it. But so it goes. I came upon a wedding that old families had contrived, with Bethlehem the bridegroom and Babylon the bride. Oh, great Babylon was trembling, and she stood there naked with me, and Bethlehem inflamed us both like the shy one at some orgy. And when we fell together, all our flesh was like a veil that we had to draw aside to see the serpent eat its tail. Oh, some women wait for Jesus, and some we wait for Cain. So I'll hang upon this altar, and I'll hoist my axe again, and I'll take the one who finds me back to where it all began, back when Jesus was the honeymoon, and Cain was just a man. And we'll read from pleasant Bibles that are bound in blood and skin, that Asherah is gathering all her children back again. So, who is Asherah? This is Asherah. Look at this goddess. Isn't she pretty? This is a replica of a figurine that was found, dated to 3,000 years ago. Many figurines, thousands of figurines like that have been found. Here's another picture of Asherah. The inscription on this says, Yahweh and his Asherah. You can see humanoid figurines here. This was found in Kunlet Arjut in the Sinai Peninsula. It's dated to about 3,000 years ago. So 3,000 years ago, there were many gods in this region. Before the land was stolen once again, many gods were worshipped. Yahweh, Asherah, El, Baal. And so we can remember them as part of this flavor of prayer, this flavor of Judaism. So, who is Yahweh? Well, there's a prayer to Yahweh that's said today by modern Orthodox Jews that I can share with you, that can give you a little taste of his character. It goes like this. Baruch atah Yahweh, Eloheinu melech haolam, shalu ashani isha. I repeat the name of Yahweh Eloheinu, who did not make me a woman. I did. Right? Trust Yahweh to not make me a woman. What a dude. Right? And notice that the prayer is not, oh, thanks Yahweh for making me a man, right? That would be too gender affirming. No, this is about oppression. Thank you, Yahweh, for not making me a woman, for not making me lesser. I am grateful. And so, to say Adonai in that prayer, to just leave it at that, would be a mistake. So we have to remember the other side of the equation, right? The other idol. And we can say, Baruch atah Asherah, Anat Malecha Ha'olam, Asher Yitzayet Ha'adam B'chachama U'vera Ve'od. I repeat the name of Asherah Anat, who made me with many openings and cavities. There's some balance. Balance. I'm going to change languages now to Sanskrit. So, some of you might be wondering at this point what it is that we're doing here. This is morning prayers. Hi, how are you? Anyone know what this is? What is this? Do I have moderators? I have many moderators. I could always use more. After this little prayer thing that we're doing, we're going to be saying a few more mantras for the next, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes even. And then we're going to shift over to Discord. And on Discord we're going to have breakfast, and we can talk about moderation, talk about all the new things happening on the server. The server has been changing, have you noticed? I've added a bunch of new channels. I just added a singing channel, and we have got some robots and role selects. I added Plural Kit the other day. So the server is developing, and just this morning I posted my Patreon page on there. So it's like the first tiny piece of Patreon publication. I will be making it more public soon. I will be publishing my Patreon page in my bio when I make a good video for it. But until now, I wanted to make the page available to the folks that are helping me out on Discord, because you're the ones that really get it. You're the ones that are actually here. So my Patreon page is listed on my Discord. You can join my Discord in my bio. There's a link, and you can find all these pieces of information. So we're gonna have breakfast on Discord in about 25 minutes, and I'll talk to you more about Discord and Patreon and what we have planned for this community. It's really exciting. This is like a very, very special time. I don't really know how to think about it. But yeah, I'm going to be switching to doing this full time once the Patreon page gets fully launched. So if you want a preview of it, you can join the Discord server. And I will be having breakfast over there in a little bit. Alright, so now I've repeated myself like 4 or 5 times, so you must all be bored. And we can move on to saying another prayer. This is the Shivananda Dayana Sloka. It's a Sanskrit prayer that I learned at the Shivananda monastery in the mountains. And it goes like this. It's in Sanskrit. If anyone asks, do let them know that it's Sanskrit. Okay? Kajananam Bhuttaganati Sevitam Kapita Jambupalasara Bhakshitam Umasutam Sakabinasakarnam Mahamatim Divyamayur Vahanam Ridasyasitam Surasananatam Guham Sadadam Saranam Prapadye Yaku Enduti Saraharadavala Yasupravasvarita Yavina Varanda Manditakara Yasvita Padmasana Ya Brahmachuta Sankara Pratrabi Devasata Pujita Samampatu Saraswati Bhagavati Nihe Satyadhyapa Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nisparanchaya Santaya Shivanandaya Te Namaha Shri Vishnudevanandaya Te Namaha Om Sarva Mangla Manglaye Shive Savarta Sadike Saranye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostite Narayani Namostite Om Om Achoo! Can you see the papers? Sure, let me mirror them so that you can actually read. Mirror your video. Alright, so this is the Shivananda Dayana Sloka. That's what we were reading. And you can see here is the Sanskrit, and here's the transliteration, and here's the translation. And we can read the translation as, I salute the three-eyed Divine Mother Narayani, who brings auspiciousness and who fulfills the desires of the devotee. And I've put out my candle. There we go. How did I learn? I spent a long time at the Shivananda ashram. I spent a long time there. I said these words every day. Every day. When I was transitioning, I took a pranayama class. These words were said at the start of every pranayama class. And I needed to gain better breath control because I was having some abdominal difficulties. And so I took a pranayama class and I learned this prayer. No, this is not Jewish. This is Sanskrit, Hinduism. That's technically Devangari on the left, not Sanskrit. Well, okay. Thank you for correcting me, Faster Hamster. So, I took this off of their website. I was always told that it's Sanskrit. I've never heard of Devangari script, but I believe you, because I am no Sanskrit scholar, right? And I am sure that there are people in this stream who know more than me about this language that I am speaking. I am absolutely sure. And some might say that that disqualifies me for speaking it, because I don't know enough to identify the script properly. It's entirely a reasonable perspective. So, I'd love to learn more about Devangari script. If you could tell me, post it in the Discord server, let me know, we can have a chat about it. I'd love to learn more. Always trying to learn more. So, now we will recite the Mahari Yunjaya mantra. So here's the Mahari Yunjaya mantra. This is a Shiva mantra. And it goes like this. Spoken is Sanskrit, written Devanagari. Huh. That's really cool. When was Devanagari script developed? Trayambakam yajamahi Sugandim pushtivardhanam Urvarukami bhavandanan Mrityur mukshiyamamritatom Trayambakam yajamahi Sugandim pushtivardhanam Urvarukami bhavandanan Mrityur mukshiyamamritatom Sarvesham svastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarvesham mangalam bhavatu sarve bhavantu sukhina sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashantu makashid dukhabhag bhave asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityur mamritam gamaya om purnamadam purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vashishyate om shanti 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 Om, peace, peace, peace. Om. That outer world is full. This inner world, also full. Take fullness from fullness. Fullness remains. Taking full from full. Fullness remains like a serpent that eats its tail. Om, peace, peace, peace. From Lithuania. So, I was always taught that the Vedic invaders entered into the Indian subcontinent around what you said, around 2000 BC, and that they brought with them their Indo-European language, and script, right? Devanagari script, I suppose, or Sanskrit script. They brought a script with them, right? They wrote down the earliest South Indian mythology, Vedic mythology, but I had not heard that the language was actually first documented in Lithuania. The script was first documented in Lithuania. I would have assumed it would have been somewhere in Iran. Isn't ancient Sumerian cuneiform the first written language? Yeah, so cuneiform is absolutely older than any of the Indo-European scripts. There's no doubt about that. But the Indo-European scripts might be the oldest scripts that are still in use. It's entirely possible that some version of an Indo-European script is the oldest script that has been in continuous use. I would believe that. So, what's all this prayer? What's all this script? Why are we doing this? Why are we engaging with all of these old words? What's the point? What do you think the point is? Well, we can talk a little bit about what the point is this morning over breakfast. I want to have a conversation about y'all's spiritual experiences, religious experiences. We had a little bit of this conversation a few days ago over breakfast time. People were sharing about their religious upbringing, and I just think that's so fascinating. So I want to talk to you all about like what it is that we're doing here, why we pray in the languages that we are praying in here in this little corner of the internet. So we'll talk about it over breakfast, but here's a prayer about it, right? Here's a prayer. This one is modern. It's by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. It's called I Don't Want to Pray. It goes like this. I don't want to pray to my maker, no. I just want to be feeling free. Not just who I am, but the pink and golden land and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray, and it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven, and forgotten of our sins, and I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher made good, and Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Allah. God made. But I don't want to pray to my Maker. I just want to be what I see. not like in a book, or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. Hashem. Pardon, God and Mom. What I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, made good. And Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made me. Except that's a lie. It's a huge lie, you know that, right? None of those gods actually exist. They're just stories. They're just characters. And in reality, I made me. Or maybe we are making each other in this shared space together. I'm Jewish. That is my ethnic background. Although when people ask me what religion this is, it's very difficult for me to answer. What religion do you think it is? I want to hear something from you. And it's very difficult to frame the question well. But you ask me, you collectively, someone different every day, asks me, what is this? What religion is this? What is happening? And to be truly honest with you, I cannot tell you. I don't know. I know what these words are. I know where they come from. Right? I've been saying these words every morning for years. Right? So I can tell you what they mean to me. I cannot tell you what it means to you. I cannot tell you why you are here. That is for you to tell me. What is this? What is this space that we all find ourselves in? That is the big question. So, we'll chat at breakfast time. Talk about what prayer means to each of us. If you want to share that, I'd love to listen. And, yeah, we'll have a nice breakfast time. I'll talk to you about my Patreon page. It's live on my Discord server right now. This is a safe space, isn't it? What does it mean to me? What does it mean to me? Well, it means many things. I started saying these prayers 7 years ago because the prayer said, copy me. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but the original prayers that we were saying, the V'ahavta, literally says, copy me. This prayer is to copy me, right? That is the meaning of the prayer. The meaning of the prayer is to repeat the prayer. And I believe that by repeating it over and over again, I bring myself into greater alignment with the living tradition that I am a part of, right? It is a creature that is larger than me and yet is me, like a serpent consuming itself, right? And then when I transitioned and I started feminizing my voice, I needed something to practice with, and so I expanded this prayer sequence to include other traditions, songs that I liked to sing, because I needed a way to practice. And I did that for a little while, and now it's something else. Now it's about community, isn't it? It's about sharing space with you all. So the meaning for me has changed quite a lot over time. You can look on my YouTube channel and see this deep archive, 7 years of live streams. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but here we are. Here we are. So, let's have breakfast soon. Breakfast on the Discord very soon. You should join my server, and we'll chat there. But there's a couple more prayers that we have to do today. Arati. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. That is true. And matter and light are intertwined. That one also. Arati. The word arati means light, right? Or flame in Sanskrit. The word arati means light. And so the refrain for this prayer, Jaya Jaya Arati, we wave the light. We wave the light. So at this point, TikTok likes to remind me that I should remind you to like this video, this live stream, if you like it. You should like it. You should also join the Discord server. The Discord server is going to get monetized pretty soon. Once the Patreon page goes live, Discord will be behind a paywall, and I want to give as much opportunity for people to join the server before it goes beyond a paywall, because I don't actually want to discriminate against those that can't pay. But this is a job, so I do have to monetize it somehow. So for the next little while, next week or so, you can join the Discord for free. After that, it'll be $5 a month. But, yeah. I have to remind you these things. like the video, join the Discord. It's annoying. I don't actually want to remind you these things. But that's the nature of the internet that we are in. So here we are. So we're going to say RT, and we're going to say Kaddish, and then we'll move on to Discord and have breakfast and talk about what prayer means. And once again, the word RT is Sanskrit for flame and light. Here we are. Jaya Jayarati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jayaratiya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jayaratiya Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jayarati Venkantaramana Venkantaramana Sankatarana Sitarama Radhe Shama Jaya Jayarati Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Samba Sadashiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jayarati Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jayarati Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jayarati Dattajaya Trimutri Vatara Jaya Jayarati Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jayarati Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jayarati Sankarachaya Advaita Gurave Jaya Jayarati Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jayarati Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jayarati Agastya Munaye Shri Amma Priyaye Jaya Jayarati Ayappa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jayarati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jayarati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jayarati Venugopala. The prayer is in Sanskrit. Natatra Suyobati Tatantrakaratam Nima Vidyobati Kutayamagni Chomeva Bantamanabanti Sarvam Tasya Pasya Sabida Vivanti Om Gange Kayamane Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Siddhikaveri Namastutam Namo Namaha. Neither the sun shines there, nor the moon, stars, and lightning. So from where does its light come? That shines, everything shines after that. By its light, all else is lit. Om, peace, peace, peace. What gods am I praying to in this prayer? Well, the last verse, Jesus Gurave, Moses Gurave, Jaya Jayarati, Muhammad Gurave. Do you know those gods? Have you heard of them before, right? Those are the Abrahamic prophets from the 3 major Abrahamic religions. So, this branch of Hinduism is inclusive, right? Earlier, we repeated the names of various other Hindu divinities, such as Ganesha here, the elephant-headed god whose head was chopped off by his father Shiva, only to be resurrected when it was replaced with the head of an elephant. Which is not too dissimilar to the way that Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac, only at the last minute to sacrifice a ram. All 4 Abrahamic religions pray to the same God, and which is the 4th? I mean, there are far more than 4. There are dozens, hundreds maybe. But I'm curious what 4th is the big one that you're thinking of, besides Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Your friend Faith passed away. Can we please take a moment of silence? Yes. Yes, we can. And then we will say Kaddish for all of those people who died yesterday from coronavirus and all of those forces of death and injustice that have plagued the living since our lineage began, and will continue to plague us until we are all gone. I'm so sorry you lost your friend. Let's take a moment. For the last 2,500 years, my ancestors have been saying the following words in response to death. Yidgadal v'yidgadash shmei Rabbah, b'yalma divrach yute v'yamlich mal chute, b'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayed kol bei Israel, b'gala u'bizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah miv'arach li'olam almei almaya, yidbarach v'yishtabach v'yidba'ar v'yirman v'yitnaseh, Yitadar vitale vitala shemei de kudisha brechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbichata v'nechemata jamiran b'yama v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. O say shalom v'imramav. Hu ya'ah say shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. O say shalom v'imramav. Yaseh shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'yimru v'yimru. Amen. Can we do the full Gayatri? Well, sure. I don't know that mantra. I know of it. I just made a new channel in my Discord server just today, called, what is it called? Songs for Singing. I made this channel because I want more suggestions for prayers to do on this stream. And I also just want to sing with you all. And we'll figure out a way to sing on Discord, I'm sure. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's a technical challenge. But I want to be singing what you all are singing. So there's now a suggestions channel for prayers. Or folk songs, just anything that's worth singing. And you can join the server. If you post a link to the full Gayatri, I will learn it, and I will sing it on this stream. I will, I promise you. I would love to learn something new. So, with that, we are going to switch onto the Discord server for breakfast. So, I do hope that you will join me over there. I'm going to turn the cameras around. I'm going to eat some rice and some kale, and we're going to have a lovely time. And I'm curious to hear from you all what your religious backgrounds are, what prayer means to you. That's what we're going to be talking about mostly today. And we'll also talk a little bit about Patreon and what it means that we're starting the process of monetizing. Have I looked into pagan ways? Yeah, so I live with people that do Northwestern European pagan rituals. To the 4 directions, and we do things for Beltane and Samhain and Bridget in bulk. We do those sort of things. I don't lead those services though, right? Because that is not my tradition. My tradition comes from the other side of the Mediterranean. But I know a decent amount about those traditions, and I'd love to talk to you more about them on Discord. What do we do here? That's the question. That is the question that I want to answer. That is, I wish I knew. I can be more, I don't have to be that coy with you. This is my morning live stream, where I say mantras, I repeat mantras every morning. And I do them with you all. And then I have breakfast with you all. So that's what we do here in the concrete. We say some mantras, then we have breakfast. What does it mean? Why is it important? That's not up to me. And that's what I want to explore with you all today. So I'm going to join Discord now. I'm going to go live on Discord. Here we are. I'm going to turn... Oh gosh, I need to turn off the other live stream.